picture it. It's today, and you're looking to drink and relive a time when your life revolved around homework, Capri Suns, and primetime early 2000s TV. We're your hosts,
Leah.
and Wesley, and welcome to the Nostalgia Saloon.
Our second deep dive,
Yes.
and our deep dive today is iconic.
Iconic, legendary.
And your first choice of a deep dive, or your second choice of a deep dive, actually, but it was your first one that you pitched to me, and you were like, "We need to do this." I
Yeah.
said, "Of course we do."
This was the one that made me want to do this podcast when I pitched it.
Mhm.
So it has been I've been waiting in anticipation for this one. And I'm very excited.
Yay. Um. So what? Who? It, bleh, rather than what? Who are we deep diving on, Wes?
We are deep diving on the one and only Kenny Ortega, whom has been, I think he was inducted as a Disney legend officially. Yes. He's a director, producer, and choreographer and a Disney legend. Um, During the 80s, which is before our time, but should still be said, he's worked with um, multiple films such as Xanadu, One from the Heart, St. Elmo's Fire, Pretty in Pink, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Dirty Dancing. Also, he's worked on multiple music videos with multiple artists, such as Madonna, Michael Jackson, Kiss, Olivia Newton-John, Miley Cyrus, just to name a few. And he's best known for his work with Disney Channel, and also has worked on one of my favorites, the High School Musical trilogy,
Mhm.
which we're gonna get into in a little later. Um,
And one of us or both of us might have a hot take about the High School Musical franchise.
ooh, okay. Um, his other works for Disney have included Newsies, Hocus Pocus, Cheeto Girls 2, and also the first three Descendants films. Um, which I have thoughts on a little later.
Mhm.
Or actually, no, I'll base off my notes.
Okay.
Let's get into that. So, disclaimer, I didn't watch the Descendants films growing up. It kind of started after, I forget what year it was, but it started when I was kind of falling off of the Disney Channel.
2016?
2016 probably. Uh, I would have been like just entering high school, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we both were in like ninth grade.
Hmm. So I was very much just like not into Disney anymore, not into like trying to be a cool high schooler, pretty much.
Mhm.
Um, but I did watch all of them last summer because because my partner entered a contest for one of their concerts and won, thinking I have watched all of the Descendants films, then I haven't.
Mhm.
So I like watched all of them because I like didn't want to go into that blind. I mean, like
Right.
at least know some of the songs, know what it's about, so on and so forth.
Right.
Um, and I watched them all. He directed the first three. The fourth one he did not direct or choreograph. Um,
And does it show?
it does show. And disclaimer, this is no shade to the director or choreographer of the fourth Descendants. But this is what I have to say. The first three Descendants films, it's clear that Ortega has a clear style in terms of choreography, which we see in his previous films. Um, One signature I notice is like they always end in like a big final dance number to like close out the story, which I love.
No.
But when it came to the fourth Descendants, it was different. Um, but different how you ask. Well, again, no shade to the director and choreographer. Um, this is simply my opinion. Yes, the choreography is still very distinct and stylized, and this fourth one I think was based more off of like hip hop and K-pop styles and was very character focused, which I do love. I love like a fresh take on choreo that's very like of the times. But when it came down to the ending, I was expecting the same big final dance number that we've got in the previous three films, but that didn't happen. Um, and I rewatched it today to like make sure I wasn't crazy and like making stuff up. But what happened instead to me, or what it looks like to me, was just like club jumping and going woo,
Oh,
like woo, and then it just ended that like that.
yeah.
So that was a big bummer for me.
Mhm.
I found the conclusion a little disappointing because of that. It didn't mirror the same ending as previous films that Kenny directed and choreographed. And sure, this film's choreo did have a different style, which I appreciate. Um, I don't think it's an excuse though for the lackluster ending it had. It,
Question.
ooh, question.
Yeah, question. Could it he he wasn't hired back or he said no, I'm not coming back?
He, I think he said he wasn't coming back because he was tied with another project and was also kind of slowly trying to break away from Disney.
Okay. Because from what I understand of the Descendants, after Cameron Boyce died, a lot of them said we're not going to do the next one.
Yes.
So I had when you told me that he didn't come back for the fourth one, I was like, oh, he probably didn't want to do it because he didn't feel it didn't really feel the need to because not all of them are going to be there. So it's interesting that you said that hasn't come up yet, but yeah, I was just curious, and it then also leads me down another rabbit hole, which we're not going to get into, of that both Kenny Ortega and Alan Menken, two stalwart Disney legends, haven't been working with Disney for the last like 10 years.
That's very true.
And I don't know why. So, and I'm
Right.
back. So I just think it's interesting.
That is very interesting. Yeah. But yeah, that is my opinion on the fourth Descendants.
Hmm.
I really it also just had a different feel just because of higher budget and a newer cast.
Just a cast,
Pretty
yeah.
much. I think there's maybe like one or two people that come back, but
Yeah,
it's
I was gonna
pretty
ask. I think
new
China ends.
cast.
Yeah, uh-huh.
It's majority a new cast,
Yeah,
pretty
I
much.
the only one that I know of that's been, like, the most consistent is China
Yes.
Anne. So she's, like, the only one that I know that still does them.
Mm-hmm. Now, the reason for Kenny Ortega's absence was due to his 5-year development deal with Netflix to produce Julie and the Phantoms, which was canceled after one season, but in my opinion, deserved better.
That's what I heard. I didn't watch it, but that's what I heard.
Yeah, it truly deserved better. I watched it, I think, a year after COVID, and it was good. I liked it.
Okay.
Um, as for Kenny's future projects, he is to come back to Disney, surprisingly, to direct a young adult film based off the Gaston Leroux novel Phantom of the Opera.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
I don't know if I like that.
I don't know if I like it either. I imagine it's going to Disney Plus if it's with Disney.
I
But
can see them doing. I can see them do a theatrical with that actually. Not that
yeah,
I they sh I don't want them to do Phantom. They didn't even do Hunchback right the first time.
right. I
Mm,
also
The second
agree.
time, the second time with the musical they did, but
Yeah,
the movie they didn't do it right. So
right.
I don't know how. And plus, is it like is it a collaboration with Andrew Lloyd Webber or is it a new?
I think it's just a new Phantom, like sans Andrew Lloyd Webber. There's very little about this, so it's hard to like find more,
Mm,
but it's interesting.
It's it's something.
Yeah,
It's a thing that's apparently happening.
right. And then another future project, and this I found coincidental. He's to direct an adaptation of the children's book Westlandia, which I've never heard of, but it's
Movie.
coincidental to me.
What Westlandia?
Westlandia.
Westlandia.
Yeah. It's coincidental to me because the main character's name is Wes,
West.
which is my name.
Mm-hmm.
And the book was published in 1999, which is the year I was born.
You're born. It's a little,
So,
it's a biop.
yeah, it's like, is
Someone,
this play about me?
someone somehow found out all of your information, and now they're gonna make a whole musical about
Right.
it.
Can I sue? Can
I,
I claim this
I
story as my own?
I want executive producer credits.
Yes.
Executive producer now.
Exactly. So now for this half, we're gonna get into Kenny. Whoa. We're gonna get into Kenny Ortega's gayness, queerness, his LGBTness, because I think this is very important and in and is in relation to his work.
Mhm. It's also Pride Month.
Yes, it is Pride Month when we're filming, so happy Pride to our viewers and listeners.
Mhm.
So to get into this, Kenny Ortega is gay, as you've said. Um, and there's very little about him personally because he lives a very private life, which I very appreciate.
Mhm.
But in a 2014 interview with anti-bullying organization Bystander Revolution, he said, quote, as a gay man having grown up in the 50s and 60s, I have to say I am very proud of the industry that I work in, referring to the acceptance of people with different sexual orientations in show business.
Mhm.
Um, which he works in show business. We've said previously he worked in music videos. He's worked for concerts. He's worked in film.
He
Um,
he 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 was almost Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar.
yes, and I didn't even talk about his theater upbringing. He used to be an actor, producer in
Mm,
theater as well.
yes, but
Um,
I have a trivia question for you at the end. Just remind me.
okay, I will. Do, do, do. He also revealed in the same interview that he didn't think it was possible to have an openly gay character while making High School Musical in the early 2000s.
Mm, Is that why Ryan is so closeted?
Yes, and I'm gonna get into that. Um, where was I? Oh, he said he was concerned because it was family and kids that Disney might not be ready to cross that line and move into that territory yet. So I just took it upon myself to make choices that I felt that those who were watching would grab, that they would see it and they would feel it and they would know it and they would identify with it, and that is what happened.
You love that.
And I and many others have grabbed at those hints and those little nuggets of queerness in his work. One of those being which resonated with me as a gay boy growing up most notably in High School Musical 2 during the song I Don't Dance, which I believe you're aware of.
I still sing the song. It's in my brain right now. It's it's
Yeah.
it has not left since 2007.
Hasn't left mine either. But for those who don't know, in High School Musical 2, there's a song I Don't Dance in which a baseball game takes place. It's played between the characters Ryan and his classmate Chad that fans consider to be sexually charged. Um, there's a yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to think of how to explain the scene, but just go watch it for yourselves. Go
Yeah.
Google
It
it.
it it's on YouTube. You can watch it there.
Mhm.
Um,
It's a great
I
song,
will
great scene.
see that, but for years, be this might be, um, discomforting to hear. My gaydar is broken. So, I I never caught on to that. My
Okay.
my main thing always watching it was just me amazed that Lucas Gabriel, his ankle was broken, they who were filming it. So, like,
It was.
yeah, or he was recovering from surgery actually when the 'cause I asked him about this,
Oh wow.
and he still had to dance, and they were like, "Are you sure you can do" he was like, "Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine." He had
Wow.
you can't see it. It happened, like, during, a reshoot, I think. Nothing to take away from the importance of it, but for someone who is straight and who s for someone who is straight with a broken date radar, um, I did not catch on to that. But later on, I was like, "Okay, I can see it. I believe all of you who say that this is sexually charged
Yeah.
or romantic."
Uh, it's just something I really like picked up on and like I think was partially why I like so resonated with the character. Because he was also the only boy that was into theater, where like
Yeah,
everybody else was like doing basketball and like was like, ah, I only like basketball though. I can't also like theater.
yeah.
No.
Al although there was that one kid, that played the cello.
Yeah, it's the cello kid.
He just never told anyone.
Yeah. True, true, true. But anyways, the scene after this though is where things get a little interesting.
Mhm.
Um, after the game, Chad and Ryan switch outfits, and it's never mentioned nor addressed, like during that scene or for the rest of it movie.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then and I would watch that and be like, wait a minute, like what's happening?
That's so funny. I never realized that.
Like I think it like cuts to a different scene, and then it like cuts back, and they're like in each other's clothes, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, I guess they're friends now. Sure, maybe
Yeah,
more.
and they were roommates.
They were roommates. Exactly. Um, although he did not direct the spin-off series, High School Musical, the musical, the series, um, there are luckily two gay characters, Carlos and Seb, who are explicitly gay, and also a couple on the series as well as outside of the series,
Oh, I love that.
which I really love.
I love that too, especially because Disney is always in the crossfire for either trying to do things like that or trying not to do things like that. They're always
Right.
tug of warring at that. So when they do it and they do it correctly, it does feel like, okay, good Disney, just keep doing it.
Yeah. And I think this shows like a true like progression from like the early 2000 days of like, oh, we can't say this, we can't. display this kind of thing to the masses.
Yeah.
So I really like that bit. And then going back to Julie and the Phantoms, which again is directed by Ortega, there is a character named Alex who is the drummer of their band who is openly gay, and there's a little romance between him and another character named Willie.
Oh.
And also, for those who don't know the show, it's basically about like this like boy band that like died, and now they're ghosts, and now they're haunting this girl's garage, and then she becomes part of the band. I highly recommend it. It should still be on Netflix. If not, so sorry.
I forgot all about what that show was, and as you were saying that, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a weird ass premise,
It is. It is interesting.
and I think it's based on a book series
I think
or
so.
a book, not a book series, but a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, this is a big step in the direction for Disney, as you said earlier, from those 2000s days moving forward. There's still work to be done. There's still stuff Disney tries to do to be inclusive, but
Mhm.
then people sometimes hate it and sometimes love it.
Yeah, and sometimes they go as they go the length that they think they should go, and people are like, "No, more. You're
Yeah,
doing we need more." And they're like, "Okay, actually, we can't do it all, you guys." And so it's they should be able to do it all, but money.
yeah, money, exactly. Um, so this whole queerness thing has made me happy as a gay man to see Kenny Ortega being accepted into the industry that previously would censor some of his stuff that he wanted to put in. Um, oh, and then I didn't have this in my notes, but I'm just now thinking about there's in regards to Hocus Pocus, those witches are so easily drag queens
Yeah.
in their behavior and their like
And
presence.
yeah.
Um, and even in the second one, I really love this scene. They enter, they find themselves entering a drag lookalike competition of themselves.
Yeah. It's just so fun.
It's so funny, and I so appreciate that scene being added in, especially for Disney.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, that's a
Uh,
great
uh,
one.
I I know he didn't write the movie, but Hocus
Mhm.
Pocus has such a focus on virginity.
They do.
I don't like that. I it's because they don't do anything with it, and the way that they actually use it, it feels weird,
Yeah, it is.
and especially yeah, no, I don't like it, but his direction was great. He made a movie out of it.
Yeah,
A movie I don't like.
yeah. It got a sequel, so it was saying.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that was. I feel like I could speak more on Kenny.
Mhm.
That was all my notes. Um,
I have a few that because I did my usual thing of just looking up the history.
oh yeah, give
Yeah.
us a history.
Right. Well, first, trivia question.
Okay.
Who was one of the original members of Oingo Boingo who became famous for movie soundtracks?
Ooh,
Because Kenny Ortega who choreographed most of their stuff when they were touring,
right.
who was one of the original members of Oingo Boingo.
And he says he was like into like film soundtrack.
And he's also worked with Disney.
Okay. Was it Alan Menken?
No.
Okay.
he's known for, like, he's known for, like, child children's scary stuff.
Ooh, children's scary stuff.
Children's scary stuff, but also adult scary stuff.
Um, John Carpenter?
No,
Is he even a composer? I think so.
he's a director.
Oh, a director, that's right. I'm
Director.
I was thinking his Halloween film
Yeah,
and
no,
for
I think
that.
Williams, but no, I think.
Yeah, John Williams did
Yeah.
that.
No.
John Williams, not John Carpenter.
He did
Uh,
movies like Coraline and Batman and Beetlejuice, Nightmare Before Christmas,
uh,
and Hocus Pocus, I think.
hmm,
I
Danny Elfman.
Yes!
I got one.
Yes! I was just about to say, I think the audience is screaming the name at you.
I got it though.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yes, which I keep forgetting that he was a part of Boingo Boingo because he never talks about it.
Right.
Oh, neither of them talked about it, so I'm like, "W was Oingo Boingo that bad?"
Right.
But,
It's so
yeah.
crazy.
But among that, in high school, he was a cheerleader. And Kenny Ortega was, not Danny Elfman. I don't know if Danny Elfman was, but the Kenny Ortega was a cheerleader in high school, which
Nice.
that that tracks.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Very
Um,
reminiscent of High School Musical a little bit.
yeah. He began his acting career in musicals of Oliver and Hair, and well, he was supposed to be in Jesus Christ Superstar, but he said no. He said, "I'm not gonna do it because I was scouted for a true for a band called the Tubes
Hmm.
to choreograph for them." Like, how do you okay?
Yeah.
Um, so he toured with the Tubes until he was contracted by Cher to do a
Uh,
new special. Then after that, he was offered to choreograph the Kiss tour, to which then he choreographed with or for Gene Kelly's Xanadu. He all the movies that you said earlier, Pretty Women, Ferris Bueller, Dirty Dancing, and the most underrated trans movie, To Wu Fong, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar,
hmm.
which I've seen only once, but it's been in my brain ever since. I love that movie. Have
Yeah.
you seen that movie?
Tu Wong Fu is on my list of movies to watch.
Okay, you should watch it.
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze is such I miss him so much. Even I don't know how I miss a man I've never met, but I miss him so much. Because he was just like the epitome of just like smooth masculinity or not smooth masculinity, positive masculinity. And him and I think Wesley Snipes and I forgot the other one, but amazing. Um he, as you said before, choreographed for Madonna, Olivia Newton-John, Michael Jackson. He also created Michael Jackson's World Tour in '92. Um, yeah, and yeah, he choreographed Hocus Pocus, High School Musical, Cheetah Girls 2, The Descendants, and Hannah Montana, the concert,
Yeah.
the movie, I think. Yeah. Did you know he was supposed to do In the Heights?
He what?
The movie
A movie?
for In the Heights. But because of scheduling not scheduling conflicts, casting conflicts, he dropped out,
Ah,
and that's how he got moving in the Phantoms because he had time. But like we could have gotten In the Heights much earlier.
yeah. Darn.
Yeah, but yeah,
I almost, I almost wish he would choose In the Heights over Julie and the Phantoms.
yeah.
But
I liked what I saw of In the Heights. I just haven't gotten around to actually watching it all in full. I like what I saw, but like I'm just imagining. Yeah, I'm just imagining a Kenny Ortega directed, and no, it would have been great.
Right. Because what was his last film? I guess Descendants, really.
Yeah,
Like Descendants,
yeah,
but like a big theatrical thing would have been so good.
yeah. I know. I know. I need
Uh,
him to do Broadway. I don't know how we've gotten 30 something years without him doing something for Broadway.
True, true.
That's not true. Hmm. Did he come back for Newsies when that transitioned to Broadway?
Good question. Because I know he did the movie.
He choreographed the movie,
I feel like they might have just transferred the choreo from the film to the stage.
but they added new songs.
Right. What I have to Google it.
Yeah,
Was Kenny Ortega part of these?
because Harvey Firestein, um, wrote the book. I forgot who directed it. It wasn't Kenny, but I really wonder if he stayed on for the choreography.
Okay, so it was a different choreographer.
Okay,
Christopher Gadel Gadelli.
I know that name.
Christopher Gadelli. Um, directed by Jeff Calhoun.
Okay.
Mm,
Hmm.
yeah,
I wonder why he wasn't maybe he was an executive producer because I don't see a world where he wasn't part of that.
right. I
And
feel like he tended to wait a broader correction in some way.
yeah,
Weird.
it's very weird. Yeah.
Um, oh, and just off the top of my head, this fact came about in my research. On film sets, if like one of his cast members was caught yawning, he would ask them to give him $1,
Yes.
and then at the end of the filming, he would then take the amount of money he got from people yawning and donate it to a charity of his choice.
I remember hearing about
It's
that. That's
very interesting of a directorial method
hmm
to have your actors stay awake on set.
especially when I'm sure most of them this was they're not on another show where they can like earn money.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a bit more ethical in the sense.
It's not very it's not I don't think it's very ethical. But maybe not maybe $1, maybe like a quarter.
But maybe ethical in the sense of like not gaining energy from like drug use and substances,
That's true.
like unhealthy stuff.
Yeah, I can see.
Um, but I just found that interesting of a fact.
Yeah.
Since so little we know of him.
Yeah.
Um, his personal, I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an interesting fact.
Like, oh, also, oh, I want to say he was a part of in some way Michael,
He won.
but that's coming off the top. My cat just pushed off something. Um,
But no, you were right.
yeah, but I forgot in what capacity.
I think he organized all of the like musical guests during his funeral.
Okay.
So, so I read that fact too, and I was like, did he direct the entire? Because that's a very scary feat
Right?
to achieve.
Like, no, I want Kenny Ortega to direct my funeral.
Me too.
But
I mean, all
if
the
anyone
arrangements.
can do if you can create out of nothing a world tour, you can do a funeral.
Yes. Just put it in my will. My funeral will be directed by Kenny Ortega, a Disney legend.
Mhm. And he shall choreograph the praise dancers.
He will choreograph the dancers. He will invite special guests Taylor Swift to perform as I'm being lowered in the ground.
Taylor Swift is singing a country version of "Wind Beneath My Wings."
Yes. Or what's one of the sadder? Oh my God, they'll play "I Gotta Go My Own Way."
Yes,
Yeah,
perfect. Point.
absolutely.
That's point.
Just play this if I die. This portion, please.
Amazing.
Um, I also recently watched his "This Is It" film that he directed
Yeah.
of Michael Jackson's concert because my partner is a big Michael Jackson fan.
Mhm.
And when I told him I was doing this podcast episode, he was like, "Oh, we have to watch This Is It
Yeah.
because Ortega directed that." And I'm like, "You're right, I gotta." And it's really good. I'm back on Taylor Swift. I'm still shocked her concert film surpassed This Is It in theaters.
Yeah. I mean,
So I remember when This Is It was huge when it came out.
yeah. Um, I don't. I hot take. I don't like Michael Jackson.
Really?
I never I never did. I'm one of the few black people who don't. I just never got into his music. I can bop to some instrumentally, but like lyric wise and singing wise, I don't like him. Nothing
Right.
against his character. A lot of stuff have come out since some recent developments.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he was right. Um,
Yeah.
on that we need to get into, but I'm sure he was right and whatever. But I just haven't. I don't get into him. My
I can.
cousin my cousin is a huge Michael Jackson fan. When Michael Jackson died, he was the first one to call us all because, of course, he knew instantly. He was crying like
Uh,
it was like 40-year-old man crying. "Ooh, ooh." I was we were like what 9, so like I wasn't no. I'm still not into him, but
okay.
oh no I all all of it is just I'm more impressed by the length of time that Kenny Ortega got to work with him, more so
Yeah.
than Michael Jackson.
Okay.
'Cause I think out of all the people he's worked with Michael the most and the longest, and I just think that's interesting, and I wonder if it's just because Michael was just so popular at the time that he was able to keep working. Like,
Right.
if he was able to, like, choreograph and sync or something like that, I feel
Yeah.
like I would have more momentum
Mhm.
towards it, you know? But, yeah. I'm full of hot takes today.
Yeah. We're just hot take express here.
Yeah. The other one I have, continue on to Kenny Ortega's, work, High School Musical 2 is the best one out of all the 3, and you can't change my mind.
I have to agree with you on that. Which and what I find interesting is that they just skip junior year, which which makes sense because nothing is really happening junior year.
Yeah.
Like the most important is like sophomore and senior year is
Yeah.
now relevant.
Mhm.
But I like thought about that today. I was like, wait, when was junior year? And I was like, oh, it must have been that summer in high
Right.
school. They just finished the junior year.
Did they? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Because he was trying to get yeah, because Troy was trying to get some scholarships or
I think so.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, like entering senior year, trying to get a jump start on scholarships, looking into schooling, college. Um, but I really like High School Musical too.
Yeah, I think it's the best one. It's the best
I
one.
remember, I remember for each High School Musical, like being like ready to watch the premiere on Disney Channel. It's
Mhm.
just like
Yeah.
big excited.
Especially because High School Musical, I I feel like out of all the 3, Disney promoted High School Musical 2 the most, and I don't know
Yeah.
if it's just I was watching Disney Channel. I was a Disney Channel nut in 2007,
Yeah.
but I feel like they were promoting it all the time, and it got to a point where I was kinda sick of it. I was just like, "Okay, just premiere the movie. I don't care anymore. Just premiere the movie."
Yeah.
Um, Especially because it was around the time where they were setting up, Disney XD, so they were having some,
Mhm.
like, introfusion with that, and, like, the promotions were, like, on point in 2007, 2009, 'cause they're, like, interfusing the animations with the live action, and so you saw, Troy Bolt no, Sharpay and Gabriella, um, intermingle with a verb or something like that, and it was just those are the things that I just remember on the top of my mind, and it just that summer that it was or that it premiered that spring, I think. That
Yeah.
spring into the summer, I think was just it was a baller year for us, in terms also, I think they were advertising Cheetah Girls 3 for the
Yeah.
fall or winter or something like that, and
Mhm.
I remember those 2 being, like, on top of each
They
other's
had a lineup.
they had a line up, and we'll talk about Cheetah Girls later,
Mhm.
but do you wanna hear my no,
Another hot
I'm
take.
gonna save yeah, I'm gonna save it for the episode. I'm gonna save it for our
Okay.
um, yeah, I don't remember any promotions for the High School Musical 3 movie,
I don't remember it either.
and it's weird because it was theatrical.
Yeah.
I don't remember a thing. I remember getting toys for it. I
Yeah.
rem I got the High School Musical school that year, and I got the
So
board game
I had the school.
the school, I
My
love
brother and my sister had the school, but I also
you
played with it.
yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, just to go into my kind of, my family, we were, like, lower middle class, but my mom liked to put herself into debt to make me happy. So, so just in my room, I had the High School Musical school and Hannah Montana to I was in love. Um,
Uh,
but, um, yeah, I don't remember, and I had this prom board game where you had to, like it was like it was a High School Musical spin on this, like, 1990s game where you had to, like, match the prom date or ask the magic ball who the prom date was gonna be, and then you had to, like, move the board. It was a weird thing, right? I'll if I can find it, I'll post it on Instagram. But, yeah,
Interesting.
I remember those things. I remember zilch about the actual promotion of the movie,
Yeah.
not even on Disney Channel.
Right.
Like, I remember the Hannah Montana movie commercials much more, and I remember the Cheetah Girls 2 and 3 commercials much more than the High School Musical 3 movie that was in theaters, and I don't even remember it being in theaters.
Yeah. But
But
do you wait, back to High School Musical 2. Do you
yeah.
remember the like contests they had for like a cameo in the
Yeah.
ending?
I sort of do. My brain fused that with the who was going to be the special get the Guess Who guest
Yeah.
that
I think it
Miley
was
ended up being in,
I
so
think
it
it was more of that.
I don't remember that. I don't quite remember the contest. I remember the sweepstakes for the
Mhm.
movie, but I don't remember quite that. But what do you remember about it?
Um now thinking about it, it might not have been a contest. It might have been just like maybe like people voting for who would be the
It was
special
a
guest.
voting. I
Yeah.
remember I remember that because I remember stalking Disney Channel .com voting every day.
I know it ended up being Miley Cyrus, but I don't know who the other guests were supposed to be.
I don't remember.
Um,
Probably
I did
like
a quick googling.
prob for that time, probably probably Raven, probably Brenda Song, JoJo was a big thing for Disney at the moment, even though she wasn't really part of Disney for some reason. Um, Probably Selena.
Probably.
I don't quite remember, and I want to say good luck finding it, but you might.
Yeah, it's just telling me Miley Cyrus is the only guest on High
Right.
School Musical,
Like no,
which is not wrong.
there was a voting. We remember.
Yeah, High School Musical 2 voting guests, guest stars.
Guest stars. I don't.
Play your part poll that allowed fans to vote for which Hannah Montana star. So it was only Hannah Montana stars. The choices were Miley Cyrus, Billy Ray, Emily, and Jason.
I don't remember that.
Okay. Honestly, out of all of them, I'm not surprised Miley Cyrus won.
Of course not. No, because no, because she was so big at the time, and also wasn't she filming the tour around the same time? So her and Kenny would have been working together anyway.
That's so true.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, yeah. Because the tour came out 2008.
Right.
High School Musical 2 was 2007.
Yeah.
I I remember my nieces were born like the same month that the premiere was out, and I I kept shushing them because they were crying, and I'm trying to they're like, "Shh, I'm watching a movie." They're like they're newborns, so it's like, High School Musical, shut up, stop crying. Um, mm, yeah, I don't remember the promos for it's no, this is like so weird. I remember the promos for quite literally everything but that damn movie.
Really?
Like why? I remember I rem I feel like they were also filming Camp Rock at the time, and they were premiering hella that too,
Mhm.
or Camp Rock 2 at the time. Camp Rock 2, they were premiering the hell out of Camp Rock 2, but I remember those. I don't remember High School Musical 3 at all.
Yeah.
G Hey, guys, if you remember the promotions for High School Musical 3, please let us know, 'cause
Right.
I'm really racking my brain trying to remember shit, and I don't remember shit. So, like, I don't know why I don't remember shit.
Yeah. Like I remember there had to have been promo, but I just
It was theatrical. It had to be, like, a whole thing. Like, I don't even re back when, like, Disney would do it, they still kinda do it, but they don't really do it as often. They would do, like, morning, performances for the Disney Channel stuff. I don't remember performances for High School Musical 3. I remember kind of for High School Musical 2,
mhm.
but not for 3, and it's a theatrical movie.
Yeah.
I like, it's so weird.
That is really weird.
It's like that, like, small pocket of time where I guess I wasn't paying attention? Maybe I was on punishment. I don't know. But, like, I just don't remember.
What are your thoughts on High School Musical 1?
It's fine.
It is fine too.
It's fine. I'm I'm so weird. High School Musical 1, I'm in it for Sharpay and Ryan. High School
Mhm.
Musical 2, I'm in it for Gabriella and Ryan, even though
Yeah.
I stay.
Right.
High School Musical 3, I'm dropping. I don't remember anything about it except for this one thing. Okay, the one promotion I do remember because they kept playing it was uh also it was a part of a promotion, I think. The song where, like, Gabriella comes out in the stand is like, "Oh," and it's just like,
Oh, like the balcony, you mean?
not the balcony, like they were playing basketball, and it was like the championship or something, and they're
Okay.
like, "Oh, it's" no, I'm confusing it with Camp Rock 3 and Camp Rock 2.
Wait.
I'm confusing it with Camp Rock 2. 2 promotions I'm confusing. One of them one of them is the "It's On" song from Camp Rock 2,
Okay.
other one I'm confusing for that is this championship game that's in High School Musical 3, but they're singing a song, and Gabriella has her solo in it, and she's standing up from the stands, and she's, like, singing to Troy, who's on the floor, and he turns around
Oh, I remember.
with a phone in his hands, and you were okay, I'm not crazy. I'm not
And this was promo.
I'm not fully crazy. It's like a snippet of
Okay, snippet. Yeah, because this is in the movie.
yeah, yeah, but they kept playing that one thing, and then also the
Hmm.
prom song or the changing the clothes for the song for the
Yeah.
that are trying clothes. Okay, more memories are coming back to me.
Okay.
One song that I do remember from the movie, mm, and the one song that I think is actually good, "The Boys Are Back."
Yeah.
That's, like, the one song that is still in my head, even though I did, like, forget it for a good how long have we been recording? For a good 20 minutes, I just forgot about it. But once I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's from that one." I'm like, "Yeah, The Boys Are Back" is, like, gen and the choreography for that is great. But no, the Boys Are Back are, like, genuinely the best song in the whole
Yeah.
musical in the well, a part of the High School Musical lexicon of songs, it's part of the best, but in that movie, it's the best song out of the whole movie.
Hmm. I also while we're on High School Musical,
Mhm.
I have a hot take
Tell me.
that's since we're on a hot take train
Yeah,
tonight.
go ahead.
I I think as an adult, I'm rooting for Sharpay more than Gabriella throughout the series. Just just but because like
I'm
if
not
I put
rooting for
myself in her shoes,
yeah,
like if I put myself in Sharpay's shoes and in the first film there's this like new girl that shows up and thinks she's like hot shit, like, oh, I'm gonna audition for the musical. After you've been after you as Sharpay have been doing these musicals and like getting good parts, like which like now thinking about it, aren't they sophomores?
I think I no, they're freshmen.
Freshmen? Okay.
Yeah. But okay, but to push back on that, we see what the drama club in that school is like. They're the only ones there. Of course, they're getting the parts.
That's so true. They're probably the only active participants in
Yeah.
the club, really.
So yeah, there's a entitlement factor to Sharpay that makes me want to punch her. So I
Yeah. And there's even a portion where we see like all the auditions and they're all bad.
you're all bad. Yeah,
Troy and Gabriella's conveniently.
conveniently. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I. But speaking of that scene, do you remember the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody parody?
oh, I do. That was my favorite.
Plus,
Yes. And then Ashley Tisdale is like doing High School Musical as the play. And
uh-huh.
it's like, oh, I could totally play Sharpay. And nobody's like, I don't
I
see
don't
it
see
for
it.
you.
I don't see it. Like, that episode actually made me mad for her because that's just like she's actually trapping you guys. Why aren't you gonna know you
Right. Me too. Like, that's her.
That's
I
her.
don't see what you mean.
um, no, yeah. I was rooting for Taylor because she kind of had no lines.
True, true.
It's like get your biology, your microbiology degree, hon. Go. leave
Yeah.
leave these theater kids to their bohemian poverty. Go.
So true.
you you remember? Okay, I remember the advertisements for this, but I never actually watched it. The Sharpay Adventures or Sharpay's Adventure.
I did watch that and it was fine for me.
Yeah.
She just goes to New York and pursues Broadway and
Yeah.
also like finds love on the way.
And she kind of has a wake up call, right? Where she's like,
So
well, she's like, like the stuff that you did in high school won't get you to Broadway or something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Hmm. I don't know if Brian was there at all. I think it might. I think he, if he was, it might have just been a phone call, maybe.
Yeah, because I think he was filming Switched Up Earth by that time.
Right.
Yeah, which I'll talk to you about that. I don't know if we should do an episode on that. Um, but yeah, no, Kenny Ortega. Oh, Two Girls Too.
Cheer Girls too.
I remember nothing about that movie except for two scenes.
I honestly barely remember Cheetah Girls. Period.
Franchise
Yeah, the franchise, which I don't understand, but I don't know.
was your sister watching it a lot, and you just weren't in the room, or did you just not care?
I don't. I don't know if she. I don't think she cared enough about Cheetah Girls as much as the other ones, like Hannah Montana and
Hmm.
High School Musical.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
so
have to
cute.
rewatch it for our Cheetah Girl episode if we do one.
Yeah, we're going to do one,
Okay.
but yeah, it's down. But
I remember the songs, but just not what happens in the movie.
yeah, of course we remember the songs. We're definitely I'm definitely going to have to like rewatch them because it's been forever.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we're going to have to that episode up. Um, yeah, I Newsies. Okay,
Mm.
I prefer the actual musical over the movie.
I do too.
Okay,
I
I
have to agree on that.
yeah, and only because no, for some reason, comparing Newsies the movie and Newsies the musical, they feel like two different stories, even though they're basically the same. They just have new
Right.
songs and
Yeah.
kind of a reworked script. But like they just feel different. And I don't
Hmm.
know if it's because, in my opinion, Jimmy Jordan is hotter than the Christian Bale, or actually sing. Jimmy Jordan can actually sing. Um, Christian Bale was doing his best. But I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
Something about it.
They're so different. It's a heart to, what's the phrase? I was about to say harker back. To go back to a Bill or his Prada episode.
Oh, yeah, the
They're so different.
no, but they actually are. And oh my gosh, okay, yeah, yeah, try to go through. Whoop, that's the wrong tab. I'm gonna go through my notes of what he did, of what Kenny did. Um, I did not see anything that he's doing next. What's he doing?
Okay. What's he doing next?
Yeah, because I don't see a thing on that page,
Hmm.
and that's scary. I mean, he could
Right.
be enjoying retirement, but I need
Yeah.
him to do something like now.
Right.
Oh, oh. Okay, so Princess Bride is becoming a musical, and Evil House, that story, I would just love to see him try. It would probably be Whoever doing Devil Wears Prada, but I would love to see him try.
Right.
I'm sorry, Nia Julie Weber. I keep thinking he did that. No, Elton John
Yeah.
doing
Ellen John.
John doing Devil with Prada. Could be like that, but I don't know.
I
I don't want him
just
to do
wish
Broadway.
I would do more theater things.
I do too. I want him to act again. And I
Yeah.
think he just doesn't have confidence in his acting skills. I don't know
Right.
that, or just that he's been out of the acting scene for forever. But I
Yeah.
just want him to act again. I want to see him. I don't know how trained he is, but I want to see it. Unless un, un, unless he has that type of thing that Danny Elfman weirdly has, where he has stage fright. And so that's why he retreats back into the behind the scenes, even though both of them did live theater for years. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, besides his like two projects like Phantom and Westlandia, which we don't know when those are coming out. They're just in production right now.
Right.
Um, but there's nothing on like what's coming up. Like there's no official date.
Imagine an Alan Menken, Kenny Ortega musical. Why hasn't that happened?
Like the music of Alan Menken with the choreography of Kenny Ortega,
Kenny Ortega
and
and the directing of Kenny Ortega.
yes,
Why
that
didn't that happen?
I would want to see.
That feels like at least $6.5 million that has not been looked at,
Yeah,
and that feels wrong.
I feel like it needs to happen.
I instead of doing remakes, let action remakes, Disney rehire your best boys,
Yeah.
collab, make them collab. Like
Mhm. Do it. Get him on the phone.
that just sounds right. That just sounds. I feel like that could actually fix the world.
It could. It could heal us.
That could actually heal the world.
Hmm.
Like it drew Cecily out of retirement, and like we're cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right. Um, I think that's our episode.
I think so. We got into a bit of a deep dive and a bit of a hot take.
Hot,
Couple hot takes.
hot take trains, but you know what?
Yeah.
That's just the type of episode that this was, and and he's done so much good for our childhoods and
Yes.
our current days, and I love Kenny Ortega. I love Kenny Ortega. Does he have a Hollywood star?
He does,
He does good,
as he should.
as he should. As
But
he
yeah, we can only say good things about him. He really shaped our childhoods. He's shaped the film industry, music industry, all the industries, except theater. Strange.
theater.
Or that just that little bit in his youth he did for acting, but
You know,
after
need
that,
a Xanadu revival with Kenny Ortega directing.
uh,
No, I need that actually. I I don't love Xanadu, but I'll go see it if he directs it
yeah,
and
sure.
and choreographs it.
Hmm.
Uh, but thank you for joining us, guys. If you have any thoughts on this episode, please let us know and on our Instagram, Nostalgia Saloon Podcast. Email us at nostalgiasaloonpodcast at yahoo.com. And cheers.
Cheers.